Belinda, another tough, close loss on the weekend. There seems to have been a few of them this year, but look, what are you taking out of the game? The fact that the squad is at least competing.
Yeah, absolutely. The losses, they do grind you down though, to be honest. We are so close but not getting over the line. We are proud of part of our performances, but we need to find a way to win. And I thought probably the disappointing thing against the Swifts was our turnover count went back up to around 18 and we'd been down in the low teens.
Yeah, and Melbourne Vixens are a good team, but I distinctly remember last year the Lightning were running the pump a little bit. The Vixens came here and the Lightning put on a really good performance. I mean, they seem to be the sort of team you want to get up and try and play well for, the Vixens.
Yeah, Vixens have been in really great form, but Lightning have had some great performances against them, so we'll certainly be looking at them again this week, and I do believe that we can beat them, but again, we'll have to play that four-quarter performance and take down our error rate.
Shannon, so surgery, so who comes in for her?
Yeah, so Shannon had surgery yesterday, and so we'll elevate training partner Ava Black again for this week. I thought she did a great job on the weekend. She came on and she was against obviously the Aussie Diamonds squad members in Paige and Maddie, and I thought she, her extra height and her hands pressure, and she's got that speed, so I think again she's got a tough job against some more Australian Diamonds mid-court this game, but I think she'll do a great job.
What's the 1%ers do you think that you've got to do a little bit better?
Yeah, so I thought, again, we were probably a little bit second to the ball on those pickups, so those loose balls, and I thought that our early work, our prelim work wasn't there this week, so making sure that our work rate off the ball is as good as on the ball.
And the Vixens beat the Fever last weekend, so they're going to be full of confidence and they're going well, you know that.
Yeah, the Vixens were really clinical against the Fever, and I think we will review that game and take some confidence though that the close games, they can be won, but we just need to find that way.
And obviously, as you said, you come up against Diamonds. The Vixens are led very well by Liz Watson, the sort of player that I guess when they're under the pump, she knows how to get them out of trouble. Is that sort of the thing you have to prepare for when you play against a side like the Vixens?
Yeah, I think Liz had another 44 feeds this game, so she's certainly one that we'll have to have that individual matchup taken care of. I think Hulls has done a great job on Liz in the past, so she'll certainly get the start against Liz and hopefully ground her down, and if we need an impact, then obviously we've got Ava off the bench.
So is Mahalia okay?
Yeah, Harles had that really nasty fall early in the game against the Swifts. She's got a bit of bruising, but she'll be fine this week.
Okay. Annie, as a playing group, we heard Belinda say that the losses, they do start to grind you down a little bit. You do start to think, when's that win going to come? As a playing group, do you just sort of try to keep your heads up and hope a win's around the corner?
Yeah, look, it's certainly disappointing coming so close and not getting that win at the end of the game. But as Belinda said, I think we are doing really good things and a win is right on the cusp for us, but we've just got to find a way to get there. I think some teams have got over us by really having that tenacity and they somehow, get that win in the end. But they're certainly close for us, but yeah, definitely disappointing.
Do you think it's a case of, you had some really good wins against those sides that were below on the ladder, but those few that are above you, do you think it's just that you've got to take that next level when you really play against those sides?
Yeah, we did have a really good start to the season with those early 2 wins by quite a large margin, but we've seemed to have a little bit of trouble with those top teams, but I do think we're right there and we're very close. As B said, it's just that 60-minute performance. Unfortunately for us, a lot of those losses have come down to skill errors or things on our behalf, so not really any structures or particular things that other teams are doing. So we're definitely going to look within ourselves before we take on the Vixens this weekend.
And what are you expecting from the Vixens? Obviously, we know that they're always a side that believes they're a championship winning side. They've got great players, they've got Australian Diamonds. I mean, how do you beat that side?
Well, we also believe that we're a championship winning side. We've got Diamonds players as well and players that can certainly take it to them. The Vixens are a very well-drilled team and they always have been and they are in good form. So, but we try not to focus too much on the other team, so we're just going to focus on ourselves for the most part this week at training and really work on those things like work rate, as B said earlier.
Playing against those Diamonds players and the Vixens, any team for that matter, does that spur you on, motivate you to really get up for it and dominate?
It certainly is a little bit scary, I won't lie. Particularly for me, I find that most teams that we come across, most of the mid-court has had a little Diamonds debut that I have to play, but it's certainly a challenge that I welcome and definitely look forward to, and also something that I can learn from. I think those players are the best in the world, so what better way to get better than to play against them?
Talk about closing the gap between, say, the Vixens or whoever it might be. You're not quite sure what it is. You're scratching your head a bit, just along with the rest of the team and the coach to work out what it is. Because I imagine it's not easy to find or rectify.
We've got a great team behind us that are looking into those things. For us, I think we haven't really found a pattern of things that we're doing in terms of errors that we're doing consecutive things that are letting us down. It's more skill error across the 60 minutes. So I think we've said in the past that we probably have 30 or 45 minutes of really, really good netball in us. We just need to get that full four-quarter performance.
Hey, I recall when you played Vixens in Melbourne a few weeks back, there was another game you were in. It was another game that you had a real chance to win. So you must take a bit of confidence up because the Vixens are really hard on their home court.
Yeah, definitely. I think that game in Melbourne, I think we were up by 9 or 10 at one stage. So looking back, I think that's one that we probably really would have liked to get, and that's something that we're probably really disappointed in. But we will definitely take confidence in the fact that we can certainly do it. And it's, again, coming back to those errors on our own part. Once we're up by 9 or 10, what can we do when we have the ball to keep possession and push out that lead further and get some scoreboard pressure on them?
And there's some motivation. There's also, apart from anything else, that you're only 2 wins away. The Vixens are just on the 4th spot, you're in 5th, so you close that gap if you could do as well.
Definitely. Our season certainly isn't over, and B tells us all the time that seasons can certainly flip on their heads when we get to the latter half of the fixture. So where our heads aren't down, we're looking to push through, and we're right on the cusp of that top 4 spot. We've been in it before, so really looking to push for that 4th, 3rd spot as well.